What's going on, y'all? Back with a short video for y'all. This is actually January week 2 video that I want to talk about the R&B joints that should be on the radio, so y'all should call your stations for these joints, but we're going to go into the first one. I came in with this new artist, and his name is Paak. Now, Paak is a new artist, and I guess I don't know too much about him, but I know that he was on the Compton album, and the song that really got me into Anderson was this. So I remember when the Compton album came out, and my Twitter brother Wallace was like, yo, the Compton album is dope, because he's normally the guy that kind of gives me my hip-hop flavor a little bit, because he's a die-hard, like, big hip-hop fan, so he knows that good hip-hop music. So when he was telling me about it, he was like, yo, Animals is the tightest joint, because he knows that DJ Premier is actually one of my favorite producers of all time, and Premier did the record. So he knew kind of my vibe, so he was like, yo, you gonna love this joint, and the guy's name is Paak, and I said, oh, okay, I'm going to check him out. So when I checked him out, y'all, I even did a video, my top 12 albums of 2015. I came in with this record because I loved it so much. So after a while, I know I was hearing that he was coming out with a record, but when it comes more to hip-hop, I kind of got to, you know, do a little bit more research than I would have to do with R&B. So when his new album came out, Malibu, Wallace told me, yo, this is the best album out so far. And I said, really? So I was like, I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to give it a chance. Because he definitely told me that the boy has an old school flavor. And that's what I like about hip-hop artists, that can give you that old school, but still is current, but they can still make the song their own, and they talking about something that makes some sense. So when I listened to his album, first of all, he had a couple of singles already that I didn't even know about. So when I heard Am I Wrong, I was like, yo, this joint goes in. It gives you that old school 80s early vibe. So I was like, yo, this joint is a banger. But I said, for me, y'all know I'm a big soul head, so I'm like, yo, this kind of gave me the vibe of an early 80s kind of joint. And I said, what could this song, like, I just kept thinking of a song, but I couldn't think of his name. And I said, you know, for Christmas, I remember me and Moms came out. She was like, yo, I want to listen to this song. And she started playing this 80s joint. And I said, oh, that's it. And Am I Wrong gives me this vibe. So it gives me that vibe. That's Raw Still Do It to the music. So I was like, yo, that gives me that vibe, but he made the song his own. And I know it's not really R&B. I know it's not, but the way he's on it, it definitely gives you that R&B kind of flavor. But he put Schoolboy Q on it for it to give you that hip-hop, more hip-hop, because he's more of that, I guess, that type cross-up between hip-hop and R&B, but you could tell from his album that he is a very soulful dude, and his backgrounds are like 70s soul, which is a top thing for me. So, Am I Wrong, y'all? It might have been out already, but I love the song. Please check it out. Like, it is a dope record. Now, what's so funny about this is, before I did the video, I called Mom, and I was like, Mom, you gotta hear this record. I was like, it's Am I Wrong by this guy named Paak. If I'm pronouncing his name right, I could be saying it wrong. But I said, Mom, you gotta listen to this record. And she was like, well, who is he? And I said, well, you know, I gave her the background about, you know, Straight Outta Compton, the album and all that, giving Mom the whole Third Degree. And she was like, oh, okay. And I said, Mom, you know, it gives me that West End Records kind of vibe. And she was like, who is the heck is West End Records? And I said, Ma, I knew you better not act like you don't know who the heck West End Records is. And she was like, sitting there, because see, my mom tried me today, tried to send me a video to think I wouldn't know it, and I did, because she be trying to get me, but, you know, today she tried and she kind of failed. Sorry, Mom. But anyway, she was like, who the heck is West End? I was like, Mom, you better not play with me. Who is West End Records? I said, I'll give you a clue. You heard it so many times, and I said one of the artists had a club version on the back, and it had the house version on the other, and she already knew. And it was this song right here. And I said, Mama, you had better know it, because if you didn't, because she wants me to play this at her funeral. And this is what she loves. So when I was listening to Anderson .Paak, that song, Why Am I Wrong, it kind of gave me that vibe. I wanted to listen to that. I wanted to listen to Raw Silk, do it to the music. It even gave me a little bit of SOS Band, Just Be Good to Me. Like, it made me even, what's her name? Russian, I forgot her first name, I could never say it, but Forget Me Not. It gave me that early 80s vibe, and I was like, yo, it's so dope. And, his album, like I said, he's more, I guess he's marketed more of the hip-hop because of, I guess, his background and I guess the first single he was on, which was Animals joint. But, y'all, his album gives you that hip-hop but definitely soulful kind of sound, and I think it's dope. Y'all, check out his album. The songs that I definitely like is Heart Don't Stand. I like Waters with BJ, the Chicago Kid, and I like Dreamer with Talib Kweli. Y'all check out his album, but I must say, Am I Wrong goes in. I love this record. Hey! Alright. Make me get my drink. Y'all know I got my drink. Come on now. The next song that seems like it should get airplay. It just came out literally like 2 weeks ago. I love it. I think it's a banger, and I'm so happy with that he came out with this joint, because, you know, the first single, I wasn't really a big fan of it, but I said I see where he's going with it. My boy Tank came out with Relationship Goals. Literally, I am running it. I've been running it for the past couple of days. I love the song. You know what I mean? It's amazing. It's a record where a brother is actually singing. I don't need no auto-tune. I don't need nothing. Tank is just singing, and I really, really like it. I got into Tank, really, I've been a fan of Tank since he came out with The Force of Nature, his first album with Maybe I Deserve. And I love that song. And I've been liking Tank because he can actually sing. And to me, he's representing that R&B kind of vibe. So when he came out with his album, Stronger, I loved it. It was actually one of my favorite albums of 2014. But of course he didn't get the respect, and he didn't get the crossover appeal that he should have got, because we know Tank for normally his ballads and things like that, but he wanted to do something different, and he came with Stronger, and I loved it. Like You Are My Star, like he was sitting there grooving in the video. It was so dope. Like what else song he had on there that I love so much? I love the whole album, but it was one of the songs, Missing You, that I love. He got his Al Green on, he got his Teddy Pendergrass, Marvin Gaye, or a bunch, but he made it a Tank record, and I loved it so much. Hey! That joint goes in, but that album didn't get the shine that it deserved. But Tank wanted to quit, and I was so happy when he didn't, because he makes good music, and he's actually one of kind of the popular guys that can sing. No shade, but shade, because a lot of these guys are using more of performance records and they trying to get rappers on it. That's why I was kind of upset when he put Wale on it. But I got it. I get why a lot of these R&B people put a rapper on their first single. I get it. Just so you can get the younger generation in it, which I understand. But the first thing he came out with, I was like, okay, it's cool, but it didn't get me like Relationship Goals got me. And I was like, yo, this is it. This is the record. And I'm so happy he came out with it. I felt like he kept it the classic R&B, like he kept it that classic R&B sound, but he made it current, like especially what he's saying, like he gonna beat it up, like, this is how the younger generation speaks, and you need to talk to them, and I feel like that song does it, but he still is singing on it, and he's keeping it that classic R&B and that classic tank that we all love. So I hope, you guys really enjoy this song, because I do. And he's coming out with his new album, Sex, Love, and Pain Part 2, because the first album. But he's coming out with this, and I'm so happy for it. I have it on pre-order just for this record. Like, he got me on this record. You see what I'm saying? Stuff like that could definitely get the younger generation. So y'all go and, cop this song. Go pre-order Tank's Sex, Love, and Pain. Relationship Goals is the banger. That is, you can put that on the playlist, y'all. Get down with the get down, if you know what I'm saying. Next. I am so happy she is back with this new record that she just came out literally a couple of days ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago. And I was so happy. I was like, yes, Monica. My girl Monica with Alone in Your Heart. That single, it's the new single. I am so happy. I got it. Let me explain how I got into Monica. I got into Monica, her first album, because, since she's been doing her interviews and doing the promo for the interviews, of course they're going to ask her, because Monica's been in it for 20 years. So it always was her, Aaliyah, and Brandy. Always that. And Monica's voice always kind of reminded me of my favorite singer, Gladys Knight, just because Monica is the type of artist that don't have to do a lot of runs, not like Brandy. Brandy does a lot of vocal runs. Monica does not do vocal runs like that. She can, but she really don't like that. And she reminded me a little bit of Gladys, just to know that they both came out of Georgia, which was crazy. But she reminded me of that. So I was a diehard Brandy fan, actually. So, when Brandy came out, I was more on her, and it was just like, but I still got Monica's first album, and Monica's debut was better, in my opinion. In my opinion, I love Brandy to death. I liked Aaliyah, like I said, because her birthday was Saturday, and like I said on Twitter, I said Aaliyah had a solid album, because her album came out first, then Brandy, then Monica's. But Brandy got more of the mainstream vibe from everybody, and then her acting, it helped. But Monica's album, to me, was very soulful. Like, it was mad soulful. Like, she did the Let's Straighten It Out, the Lattimore remake. Like, but the song that really captured me from Monica, and I love so much, and it's actually literally my favorite song from Monica, is this. Why I can't get enough. So after that, it was like, I am a Monica fan, but I still well, back in the 90s, I did stand for Brandy. Like, I did stand for her, like I did with Mary and Janet. But after then, it was just like, yo, you can like both. Like, I like Monica's voice. I love her voice because she reminds me of Gladys. So I liked it. So when she came out with her first single, her single for Cold Red, and it was just right for me. It still had that soul, but she kept it current. It had that a little bit hip hop vibe, and it added Lil Wayne, so it can go to the younger generation, which I can totally understand. But one thing about Monica's voice is just soulful. There's no way that you cannot understand that her voice is soulful, and something like this when you hear it. Like, Monica just has that soul in her voice. Like, it just can't be denied. So when just right for me came out, I was like, okay, this is a Monica record. I can dig it. But it was like, okay, Monica, I get with the Lil Wayne, but what's the second single? So when I listened to the album, I was like, yo, definitely Alone in Your Heart has to be that second single. So I was like, yes. And when it's second single, I went crazy. You ain't nobody else's. You ain't nobody else's. So y'all, please, go support Monica's Cold Red. Go get the album. She got some bangers on there. And Alone in Your Heart, if you don't want to get the album because it's a digital age now, and you just like the single, go support Alone in Your Heart. Let's get this. Call your radio stations. Call to get this song on the radio. Get it a lot of airplay so Monica can know that her fans is rocking for her. I know I'm going to be calling the radio station for this joint. So check out Alone in Your Heart. Is a banger. I enjoy it. I'm so happy it's the second single off the album. Good job, Monica. Now the last song, because I do 4, the last song that I want to talk about is my girl Vivian Green. Now y'all know with Vivian Green, I talked about her album last year in my top 12 of 2015. I talked about it and I said, yo, like, her album was so dope, and I gave y'all the background of what happened with that, and you know, it was a mess because I didn't know when it came out, and then it already came out, and it was just like, oh, what am I doing? But you know, now she has the single out. Now let's talk about this. It's I'm Not Broken. I'm not broken. So, like I said, Vivian Green is definitely underrated. She is an underrated artist. And don't be mad at me, Vivian, because you already got on me because of that on Twitter. But I keep saying it, but hey, I know the song Count Your Blessings. You already told us that you don't like to be called underrated. I get it, but hey, it is what it is. But it's all love, Vivian. But like I said, her album Vivid was one of my favorites of 2015. I'm still listening to it. I think it's a great album. Hey, go cop Vivid. But, you know, the first single that I think everybody knows off the album that I think radio is still playing. So everybody's still rocking to that. So that single was a banger. It was a summer. Came out during the summer. Everybody was rocking to it. I love how Steve Harvey on his station was playing like every hour, and like giving her that love and support that she needed with this album, especially being an independent artist, that's a big deal. But you know what I wanted to actually be the next single was Just Like Fools. And I'm going to give y'all a little sample of it but I get why they didn't do it as a second single, and I'm going to explain. Now, y'all know exactly why I wanted that single to be the second single. First of all, it's soulful. It's soulful as hell. Like, it's a soulful single. And I'm like, yo, that could be the second single. But with this album, Vivid, she wanted to be different. Vivian wanted the bangers to come out, fast song. So I get why Get Back to My Baby was the first single. So having an album called Vivid, she wanted to be different. So this single, I'm Not Broken, I like the song as well. It gives you that little bounce. It gives you that fast vibe, and it goes with the Vivid album, so I definitely get it. So y'all support Vivian Green, I'm Not Broken. The song is dope. The album is dope. I want y'all to support that. Like I said, y'all, in this video, it's 4 songs that y'all should definitely support. Am I Wrong by Anthony, oh Lord, sorry. I want y'all to support Am I Wrong by Anderson Paak. Get his album Malibu. I want y'all to support Tank. Relationship Goals, his album Sex, Love and Pain 2, coming out with that. Monica's Cold Red, Alone in Your Heart. Y'all, please support this single. Push it. Call your radio station. And like I said, ending it with Vivian Green, I'm Not Broken. Please, y'all, support R&B. Let's get R&B in the mainstream that it was in the 90s, where we didn't have to worry about artists getting airplay. Let's call our radio stations. Let's get them to play these joints. They're good joints, and they should not be denied. Again, Am I Wrong? Relationship Goals, Alone in Your Heart, and I'm Not Broken. So those are the 4 joints that I'm coming with this week. Next week we're going to do another 4. Hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'm going to go out with Vivian Green. Cause I'm not broken. Peace, y'all.